Judia, for you, what is that car?
Is my Aunt Lois's 2009 Chevy Camaro. When I was 16, it was very chaotic at home. My dad basically was like, look, you gotta go live back with your mom or you need to figure it out. So I called my aunt, she dropped everything, came and got me, and picked me up in that black Camaro. I didn't know how much that car was going to mean to me until I became an adult, and I realized that everything that me and my aunt shared in this car was going to be worth it.
Oh, that's really special.
Yeah.
I know the type of car you're talking about. Did your aunt's car look something like this?
Oh my God. Oh, I'm shaking. No way. It is 100% the same.
What about these notes that were on the dash?
Beautiful, keep your head up. When I would get in the car, there were always like handwritten notes to my aunt. I really needed this reminder because I wasn't feeling like I was loved.
Sure.
I didn't know it in the moment that like who I am today was all going to start right there in that car.
Now, let's see what you're up against.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's see
You got your hands full now.
Jim from New Jersey, tell me about the car that's still racing around your heart.
Man, I'm telling you, the car I had is what I consider the ultimate hot rod. 69 Dodge Charger. The first time I laid eyes on my 69 Dodge Charger, the car was in bad shape, but my dad said, why don't we restore this car together? You and I will transform it, into our own version of a Hot Wheels by painting it yellow. We named it Old Yellow, man. Me and my dad working on that car every night, that was our bond. We always talked about the Charger.
Guess what? We found one just like the matte black one you started with. Take a look.
Damn, you guys nailed this. Thank you, Hot Wheels. Seeing that car again, I feel like I'm 18 years old, man. I'm humbled to sit in this car. It feels great, man.
Well, I'm excited to see what you're gonna do with it.
Oh boy, I can guarantee you one thing. It's gonna be yellow.
Come on, time to get to work.
To build this car, if it's gonna come back, you might as well do it as a Hot Wheels.
Al David, what's that car for you?
Well, that was actually my dad's 1990 Chevy K5 Blazer. I love that Blazer. Growing up as a kid in Detroit, the Blazer was definitely a key item in helping me to stay in line. Friends would be out doing what they're doing, we're working on the car. So I'm just very, very thankful for my dad, for that truck, because who knows what could have been if not.
A 1990 Chevy Blazer. Look like this one, right?
Yeah! Oh my God! You got the bobblehead! You found the bobblehead! Oh my God!
The Blazer is back, baby. This is the car. Oh my God. I feel like a little kid that's getting to live out his dreams right now. Being able to see the Blazer has allowed me to come back to my childhood, and that's super precious for me. Growing up in Detroit, you're kind of forced to grow up quickly.
Right.
In a hurry.
At a young age.
Very young age. I love my city, but it teaches you how to be strong. This car represents freedom. So, sorry.
We gotta see Rob's car.
I'm gonna fight back the tears, but this has to do with my hero, my dad, and this takes me way back, way, way back. The 1980 Chevy pickup truck, that truck was my dad's pride and joy. He was the captain of that truck, and that was his captain's seat. This is my role model for sure. All those talks that your dad has with you as a kid happen in the back of that truck.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, take a look right over there.
Let me take it in, man.
Absolutely.
Wow, yeah, it's crazy. This is the truck. This is it. Now get up here with me. This is where we used to ride, right back here. Wow. Look, I brought this too. This is what I remember.
No way.
That's my Hot Wheels, yeah. This is from 1976. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
We used to sit just like this, and we'd have our talks just like this. The only thing that I can think of is I want my dad right next to me, you know, to share this moment.
Sheila, is there a car that's dear to your heart?
It was a 1970 yellow Volkswagen Beetle. It was my first car ever, and I found my independence and freedom in that car. It was the beginning of a new life for me. I really miss that car.
Did it look like this?
Oh, it's my car! I can't believe my eyes. To see my Volkswagen Beetle again, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, my grandfather taught me how to drive a manual in this car. I can see him sitting where you are.
Yeah.
I had a tough upbringing, and my grandfather was always there. He was my rock. He believed in me. When somebody believes in you, then all of a sudden you start believing in yourself. And, I'm sorry, turning my Volkswagen Beetle into my own Hot Wheels, it's beyond a dream come true.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.
For you, what was that car?
That car was the 1977 Ford Thunderbird. Gave me an opportunity to spend a lot of time with my dad. I had 3 sisters and I was the only boy, so having that time on the weekends to work on that car, turn some wrenches, really changed me into the man that I am today.
What happened to that car?
My mom and my dad got divorced, so we lost the house and we lost the car with the house, and that's when my unfinished business started.
So you really haven't seen that 77 Thunderbird since?
I have not.
Well, you know what? Take a look.
Man, that thing looks good. Just bringing back so many memories. I'm literally a ball of emotions. I've not seen this car since I was 15 years old.
It's okay.
Cowboys don't cry, man.
Hey, real men do.
Oh, man. The smell of this car is like heaven.
When your parents split up and the car was gone, I mean, a little piece of you has been gone this whole time.
Yeah, absolutely. Transforming this 77 Thunderbird into a Hot Wheels is giving me the opportunity to finish unfinished business.
As you probably know, when the Texas horned lizard get intimidated, they actually squirt blood out of their eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought since we're gonna use the headlights for the eyes on this car, I would make you some red flashing lights.
I'm starting to see the vision of my design, so I'm getting really excited.
You know what? My granddad also taught me to drive in a Volkswagen Beetle.
What?
Himself, exactly.
My grandfather didn't work on cars, but he taught me how to change a tire. He taught me how to check the oil.
I'm glad that we're gonna make something cool that, you know, he would think was cool too.
Okay, I don't want to cry.
All right, I understand.
You know, everyone has that one car that means something really special to them. Arushi, what is that car for you?
I don't know if you've ever seen the Maruti Suzuki minivan from India.
I have.
This is a very special car for me because I got to make so many amazing memories with my dad and my family back in Mumbai. I lost him when I was 14. That car brought so much joy in our lives. I remember those games. I remember him singing songs in the car. We made so many fun memories.
Wow, what a story. I mean, and the van you're talking about, it looked a little something like this one, right?
Oh my God! Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. This is exactly the same car. Just give me a flashback of everything that has happened in that car. Wow, this is so cool. When I was young, my dad would allow me to sit in his lap and have my hands on the steering wheel, and I could just like, hoo-hoo. It's just bringing all these memories, just sitting in this car. I wished he was part of my life journey. today where I am is because of all those experiences in Mumbai with my dad.
Now, I know you're ready to transform this van, but first, we gotta see Felix's car.
Yes, we do.
Let's go, come on.
What is that special car from your past?
So some people grew up in a crib. I grew up in a Cadillac. My father, his first major purchase was a blue, early 80s Cadillac Coupe de Ville. My dad was actually a celebrity in Cuba, and he left being a celebrity to clean floors in a factory in New York City so I could be born free to live the American dream. We'd wash it together, we'd road trip in it, and then even turn professional driving that same Caddy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I know you haven't seen that Coupe de Ville in years, but I'm magic. Here's one just like it.
Are you kidding me right now? Yo, Hot Wheels has like a time machine? I'm completely blown away. I grew up right there. This was, you know, the flag of honor. Like, wow, so, I'm shaky. Oh. I turned pro skateboarding in 1990. I mean, I could take a cruise, it's not a...
You feel like it.
It was at least a dozen friends crammed into that Cadillac with our skateboards, pulling up to skate spots, pulling up to contests.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seeing that Caddy again, it's like a long-lost family member being reunited.
Now, over in the blue garage, Arushi is transforming her Maruti van into something that's really going to pay homage to not only her Indian heritage, but the memory of her dad.
Welcome to my boutique. I want to show you one of the panels I'm working on, and then I have a lot of panels to complete. Time is of the essence. I want to pull from the textiles of India and make it a really, really cozy space.
Her interior is very loud and vibrant, but what I want to see is her taking the passion she has for that interior and bringing those colors to the outside of this build.
I'm gonna show you right now something. I'm just taking like all kinds of colors right now.
I love the thought of mandala that's very core to our culture.
The mandala is very Indian, which I have all over my house. I'm gonna make it spin. Ready? That's gonna be so cool.
I love it. I definitely want our roots reflected through this beautiful mandala.
Yes. I wanted to put the mandalas in the middle of the van, turn it into a Hot Wheel.
I really want the spinning mandala to pop out because it gives something extra to the car. It also brings out a very important piece of the culture. This van has been a very important part of my life when my dad was driving it because, you know, he was such a ball of energy and joyous. And I just want to like capture that energy with...
You say he was?
Yes, he was.
He passed?
Yes, when I was...
I'm so sorry.
And that's all right. When I was 14.
How old were you? Oh, you were 14. My dad passed when I was 10, so I understand.
Yeah, it's just,
Are you okay? Do you want to talk about it? I mean, I like to listen about it. Aww.
Yeah, it's just hard, you know.
What's your dad's name?
His name was Anshu.
So we should think about his name while we do this.
Yeah.
Anshu, this is for you. I'm gonna give you a hug.
Caroline, is there a car that's near and dear to your heart?
I actually had the coolest car. I had a 1990s Nissan Sentra that actually gave me my need for speed and made me become a naval aviator flying F-18s for the US Navy. The Nissan Sentra was freedom, was all the things that I craved most in life. My grandfather gifted it to me when I was 16. He taught me how to drive, and he taught me the confidence and the capability that I really could solve any problem or anything that was broken.
Well, Caroline, the 90s are back, because here's that car.
No way! Oh, you found it! Oh my God! That's my exact car! I didn't think this would be so emotional. I didn't think it would really like hit me.
What do you think your grandfather would think of the woman sitting in this car today?
You know, he'd be so proud. My grandfather passed away at 90, and so to be able to honor his legacy, it could make my family and myself proud.
All right, Caroline, let's talk to your competitor. Hi, Angela.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Tell us about the car that means the most to you.
Her name is Viola. She's a black 2010 Hyundai Elantra, named after one of my favorite actresses, Viola Davis. And basically, I found my love of cars through my grandfather. My granddad taught me about cars, and he taught me about wrestling. And I saw it on TV one day, and I was 10 years old, and I made up my mind. I said, you know what? That's what I'm about to do with my life.
It's time to be reunited with Viola. Take a look.
Oh my God! How did you get my baby? How did you get her? Oh man! There's a floodgate of emotions. I mean, this was my first car.
What did this car represent to you?
This car was a journey for me. One of the moments I had, I was going to my championship match, and I just didn't believe in myself. And then it's like, it snapped. It's like, hey, get out of that. You gotta become AQA. And that's what I did. I pulled up, I got dressed, I stepped out of that car, and I was ready to go. And if it wasn't for that moment, I don't even know where I'd be today. She was more than just a car with four wheels. She was a friend, she was a companion, she was my safe haven.
Challenge. Coming up, it was nice knowing you, Mr. and Mrs. NGO.
There we go.
So Caroline, I just gotta know, how did you get into this field?
It was a long shot. I actually ended up going to the Naval Academy, and I became a weapons systems officer.
So you were in charge of really finding these targets?
Yeah. What about you, Tony? Like, what's your story?
You know, where I'm from, like 25, you're lucky to see that age.
Oh, yeah.
So they call us like OGs. So the old guys when you're like 25. So if you live past that, it's like, oh, wow, you made it. I'm from Oakland, California. There's some tough parts of the city. So going to school and building cars like really helped to change that narrative of being a statistic of someone who would have a short lifespan. You come through challenges and have to go over adversities. It seems like we share that similar story.
Tony and I grew up very different, but we've had so many similar experiences, being forever driven and disciplined. Cars did that for him, the military did it for me. If you put your mind to it, anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Terry, what is that car for you?
The 1995 Chevy Corvette. It was my husband's car, and we had so many great memories in this car, a lot of date nights before he passed away.
What a wonderful memory that car holds for you guys, your love. Does your car look a little something like this?
Oh, yeah. My husband loved his Chevy Corvette. Ron instantly fell in love with that car. I mean, he just lit up. I'm sorry.
Don't have to apologize.
It's just a lot of memories. Seeing something that he loved so much and that brought us so much joy felt amazing. It's like he's right here with me. I met my husband, Ronald, while we were both police officers. Every time we talked, it was just laughter and fun. He was just a great person. Oh boy. We saved the Chevy Corvette only for date night.
What do you think Ron would say right now if sitting in this car?
You know, I think right now he's just smiling. I treasure all the years we had together, and I just want people to know that your life can change in the blink of an eye, but you can go on and you can recover.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, I'm here.
Right?
Hot Wheels. I can't believe it.
What a special thing.
Our life could be memorialized in this car for years to come.
Now, Terry, I know you're ready to get started, but
yes,
we got to find out about your competition.
Okay.
Luigi, what is that special car for you?
It's a 1996 gold Toyota Camry. This car has just seen me through everything. My son was diagnosed with cancer. He's currently in remission. So this car has seen me through the lowest points of my life. It's more than a car, it's like family.
I'm so glad that your son Miles is in remission. That is just the best news. And with so many memories of your Camry, what do you think of this one? Take a look.
What? This was my baby.
How did this car have an effect on you?
We had to travel from Brooklyn to Manhattan for Miles' chemotherapy. Definitely through some really, really dark times. I mean, this car was really a friend in need.
It was definitely one of the hardest things that our family had ever had to endure.
Miles was just so strong through it all. He had this game called Hot Wheels Unleashed. And nurse would come in with this big needle to like draw blood. But he goes, "The winner is Bone Shaker." And I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, there's a needle in your arm and you're talking about the... So he was like so into the Hot Wheels game.
Man, that's huge.
Hot Wheels really helped Miles, and it really brought light in like such a time of darkness.
Nick, a little birdie told me that you've got a special car in your heart that you just can't forget. Tell me about that car.
That car is a 1984 Chevy Monte Carlo. My dad used to take me from small town Louisiana all the way to big old Houston, Texas.
I grew up in a single parent household with my mother. My dad lived in Houston, but I would always go to spend my summer vacations with him. We'd get in the car and we would hit the road, man.
I fell in love with that car and I still love it to this day.
Now, Nick, I also love an 84 Monte Carlo, so it gives me great pleasure to showcase one on our stage right now. Did it look a little something like this?
Oh, man. That's amazing. God, I have no words. This is amazing.
Seeing this car for the first time since I was a kid is an extremely emotional moment for me.
Where did y'all get the fuzzy dice, man?
Did your dad have fuzzy dice?
Yeah!
It holds so many memories of a time where I was building a relationship with my father.
The summers were really our chances to learn and bond and grow together. And a lot of that happened in this car.
I could share with him things that are going on in school. My favorite Hot Wheels cars, my favorite wrestlers, because I love wrestling.
Michael, tell us, what is that special car for you?
My car is a 98 Dodge Caravan. We called it the Death Van. So my family's a long line of funeral directors and I am one of them. I remember our green Dodge Caravan like it was yesterday. It wasn't just our family's car, it was also used for the funeral home.
What a fascinating mix. And it is back from the dead. Take a look.
Oh my God. That's incredible, wow. There's no one in the back there, is there?
There's no one in the back.
I am beyond excited to see the funeral home van. I haven't seen the van in 15 plus years. The funeral stickers, oh my God. The van represents to me the highs and lows of life. It's used during the day for some really tough things and helping out funerals, and then behind the scenes, it was used for our family. The older I've gotten, I've realized that life is really short. If there's opportunities that come your way, like going on Hot Wheels, like I'm gonna take it.
It's wild to think how this vehicle was a part of so many people's lives for this thing that's not so great, but you guys really took your family to all these fun places and have all these incredible memories with the same vehicle. That's rarely the case.
Right. I'm telling you, everyone in the city of Chicago knew that was the Cooney family in that van.
We've got a lot to do before we turn this thing into the Reaper. We have a new chassis that Charlie's gonna be building.
Not only does this chassis have to look cool, it has to be extremely strong. That Dodge Caravan is a heavy cub. Starting to make the curves for the chassis, because we don't want everything to be straight tube. We want to get some shape into it. In my own job, I've built a lot of chassis before, classic cars, race cars, but I've never built a monster truck chassis. So I'm going to go at it almost the same, but just think bigger and higher with everything. What made you get into being a funeral director?
Family business, so I'm fourth generation funeral director. It's in the blood, if you will.
Yeah, that was the same as myself in the motor trade, yeah.
So your dad and everything too?
Yeah, runs a garage and that, and into drag racing. Hearing that Michael is fourth generation in his family business is awesome, because I'm in the family business with my motor trade. I love it that people carry on through their families to do the same thing. How do you find being a funeral director? Obviously, it's not the happiest of jobs ever, I'd imagine.
I love it. I love helping families and being around people and being able to help them, you know, during a tough time. I came here with an idea to turn the Death Van into the Reaper, and they've taken it and they've exploded the idea into something that is going to be mega.
Chris, what's that car for you?
My car was a 1994 Dodge Neon. Now, this car was for my 16th birthday. When I got my Dodge Neon, it really opened a door for me to be able to express myself. Growing up, I really had a hard time understanding who I am, not only as being a black man, but also figuring out my sexuality.
Now that Dodge Neon, did it by any chance look a little something like this?
What do you mean? That is wild. I am speechless.
You want to check it out?
I mean, can I?
Please.
You see this car right in front of me and all her ugly green glory. Brings back so many memories. Oh, it smells like it. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, wait, what are these?
You had some CDs.
Oh my gosh, okay. A lot of music I couldn't listen to growing up. I grew up kind of conservative, very religious. Pop divas, that was not allowed in the house. So in this car, you know, I had all these things that I couldn't listen to anywhere else. This car was, you know, my therapist.
That's unbelievable.
I am so excited turning this Dodge Neon into something amazing, something that really matches who I am today.
Lauren.
Hi.
Tell us about what that special car was for you.
So I had a 2007 Ford Crown Victoria. At 16, I thought that I was gonna get a new car like all of my friends did, but I actually got this old cop car that still looked like a cop car. My family has a locally owned racetrack in Ohio, and it was already a race car there. So I kind of got a racing career based off of this car. I raced every weekend in the local league at our racetrack, and I was actually the only female in the entire series that raced. So that was really unique.
I love your story. That is so inspiring. And here's a Crown Vic just like the one you used to race.
Oh my God. It looks just like it, maybe a little bit cleaner. I can tell you guys washed it. I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm on my 16th birthday again. The car has the unique, quirky features that it used to have when I was 16.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, this is the famous part of the entire car. Me and my friends used to go and drive to fast food restaurants and order over this.
Can I get one iced coffee and a large regular coffee?
The coolest thing to see on the Crown Vic is the "You Just Got Passed by a Girl" sticker. I was racing go-karts one day with my brother. I would go back to the pits and be like, yeah, you just got passed by a girl. I've been in the racing world my entire life, so I know what Hot Wheels are supposed to look like and what the judges are going for.
So I designed a few different types of wings.
Really liking this one.
On the end of the wings, maybe we can add a little bit of the Hot Wheels fire.
I love the fire ones on the Hot Wheels. The Pontiac, the Firebird was one of my favorite Hot Wheels.
I love fire. You're fire. I mean
come
we're,
on now.
We're red team, baby.
So, come
yes,
on now.
I love it. So I'm thinking they're gonna move.
There we go.
Oh, we're gonna, they're not just, they're gonna move. They're gonna flop, yes. Oh, we're gonna make it dance, baby. So tell me a little bit more about your story, because when you were talking over there, your story really touched me, because my daughter is also gay. And it's so important as a parent and as family to support. There shouldn't be no judgment. It should be only understanding.
You know, it's very conservative, very religious, and so I have to live the life that everyone else kind of already has for me. And then in my late 20s, realizing that, you know, I want to live the life that's best for me to make myself happy.
Everybody has the rights to be themselves. Everybody has the right to express themselves. You know, we should all accept each other. We should all love each other and not judge. For me, it's important to make these wings iconic for you, for my daughter, and for the LGBTQ community.
Reflecting on like 16-year-old Chris in his car and the finished person that I am. I'm in the place in my life I know I should be. I'm the person I am that I want to be. And now I have a car that represents that. And I super appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh gosh, I'm crying. This amazing carpool team, they have poured their hearts or sweat into this car. And I am just so thankful they were able to bring my design and vision to life.
What would it mean to you to have your car made into a Hot Wheels diecast?
Just give me a minute. It means everything to me. I was meant to do something great, and this is it. I saved one spot on my body for something special.
Look at that. You got that after you won.
The day after I made the appointment. It means that much to me. It just does. And I'll come build that car. I promise you. I was so honored to be there and listen to the compliments from the judges. I felt I won already.
Our super fan in third place is Jim. Jim, I know that's not the news you wanted, but you guys put an incredible build together and you've got so much to be proud of.
The fact that I'm standing here right now, I'm pretty damn happy. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I got to meet Jay Leno. I built a kick-ass truck. I got new friends for life, man. As sad as I should be, I feel great. This journey has been like, I don't know. It's a journey of a lifetime.
That leaves Arushi and Nick still standing. Who's winning $50,000 and having their design turned into an actual Hot Wheels diecast that you can buy?
This is huge. I have seen my son grow up with Hot Wheels. I've seen him sleep with Hot Wheels. I have to win this. I have to.
My heart is in my throat right now. This has been an amazing experience, but I want to win. And it's right there within my reach.
The super fan who inspired our favorite ride this season is